David.
I'm Heidi.
I'm Allie.
I'm Mary.
I'm Amanda.
And I'm Doron. So when I say the word AI, what kind of things would come up in your brains? Like a robot look like human, or Siri, or like AlphaGo, which is really familiar, like a few years ago. So all of those things are contained to the word artificial intelligence. So it's funny that when I do the research, I just realized that actually the technology in our world is improving every day, even every second. It just doesn't come in front of us, so we won't realize it. And I'm really interested in those technology things or computer stuff. So I chose this topic as my topic. So in my presentation, I'm going to inform you what AI is and how AI works and what AI can do for us. The first thing I'm going to talk about is what is AI. So from the SAS website, AI makes it possible for machines to learn from experience, adjust to new inputs, and perform human-like tasks. The first study of AI was actually started in 1956. So it's even older than most of us. So AI is a kind of computer program which can do study. So it can study to improve its own stuff. Maybe the first AI can only do some simple calculations like plus, minus, or time or divides. But when it starts running, it begins to learning new things. So every formula you input in the system is improved the AI program. And right now, like the computer program or AI can do the calculation of really complex stuff. And also, it's just like Siri, you can ask it about the weather, about the direction, about how you go to somewhere. And also you can ask Siri to remember the address of your house. So next time, if you want to know how to go back to home, you can just hey Siri, take me home, and it will show you the way. And there are actually two directions of AI to imitate human. The first one is the body stuff, like the robots of Boston Dynamics. They are some kind of robots. It's not looks like human, but they can do the movement that human can do, such as walking, running, and pick up some heavy items, open the doors. And also, it can jump and keep balance. That's what the old robots cannot do, because they can only just run with some wheels. And right now, the robots can start working, and while it's working, maybe it will fall down on some place, but after that, it will learn what should he do when he climb the stairs next time. And so the funny thing is, for human, we don't need to think too much when we are working, because we learn it when we are just a little child, and we get used on it. We don't need to think while we are working. But for those AI and computer program, it needs thousands of calculations for just keep balance when it's working. And AI can learn from those things, and it will remember that, and it will become better and better. And the other thing is the brain imitate. So it's more like thinking, what do we say as human? It can thinking, it can think. So I think all of us have heard about AlphaGo, right? It's a program that's created by Google a few years ago, and it's work as a Go player, which the board game Go, like a chess. So when it defeated one of the world's top good Go player, Lee Sedol, he's a Korean guy and he's really good at Go. And after the AlphaGo, at first AlphaGo is like, it has a low level of the Go, but after he like match with lots of professional players, it's learn from them and they start thinking, they start calculation about those steps and what place it should put the chess on. And after a few years, it also defeats Ke Jie, who is a Chinese player, and he kept the rank number 1 for the world and for 3 years. So since AI is like so good, we would have like afraid of would AI replace us? Fortunately or unfortunately, the technology we have right now, we are not able to create an AI that can replace us. So as Andy Pierce says on Forbes, while artificial intelligence is certainly fueling massive changes across industries, it is scaremongering to say that it will replace human. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is what can AI do for us. From a TED talk given by Kai-Fu Lee, which is a very rich person in China, that AI can actually replace our jobs, a kind of routine jobs, which it's like produce some components of machines or cars in a factory, which is just like boring stuff, but it needs to take care of because you need to check everything is good. So AI can replace that kind of job and allow us to focus on something that's more meaningful, just like having meal with families, talking with friends, or like find a girlfriend or boyfriend. Yeah, and we can also focus on the art stuff, like write a book, paint a painting, or like created a song, which is much meaningful than just sit in front of desk doing something day by day, which is boring and it will actually destroy your brain. It makes you unable to think about other things because you are too busy on some boring things. So in conclusion, that the world is actually really interesting, that technology is keep improving. So I think if we just pay some attention to check the world, we will find that there's a lot of new stuff come up every day, and I think you will be interested in it. Thank you.